Hey Coogs, welcome back to another episode of CoogsTalk. Today we're doing a hot takes edition. I'm your host Elisha Qazi, and I'm gonna get right into it. The first hot take I have today is Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark. So, you want me to just tell you the reasons why Paige is better than Caitlin? Or?
Yes.
Okay. So one, Paige won National Player of the Year as a freshman. Like one of the first ever, I think, only player actually to ever do that in women's college basketball. Paige has won championships, did it in college, won championships in high school, 4 gold medals with Team USA in high school. Paige is more efficient than Caitlin. Paige turns the ball over less than Caitlin. And Paige, you can put Paige in almost any system and it works. Caitlin kind of is the system, and if she isn't scoring, the team kind of just isn't doing what it needs to do.
So, as you said before, Caitlin Clark is the system. And of course, that's the thing about her is that she's just a heart and soul player because, that year, in Iowa was just something like, I've never seen that out of anybody really before. I saw a statistic when her senior year, like, Iowa's economy that year, mark me if I'm wrong, there's those ticket sales were 80% of their economy, and there's nothing out there. So that shit already
Iowa
just that's just to let alone just say what she brings to the table, because of course the NBA, for a while, it had its good players, and people like Jerry West, Bill Russell, Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar, who's always a top 3 player, but then of course Larry Bird, Magic Johnson brought it to it, and of course it peaked when Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and that's kind of who she is, and that was the big thing the WNBA needed, was to find their Jordan, find their LeBron James, and that's what she brings to the table so much. And I do understand, there's always going to be, that great rivalry that kind of will help her elevate, but Caitlin Clark, I think, brings so much to the table that, kind of devaluing her and putting her below, it's just, I don't know, that's just kind of, I see the hot take. I see where the take is.
I wouldn't say that she's a bad player. I think,
I disagree with that.
What I'm saying is, they made her the face. If Paige hadn't got injured her sophomore year and her junior year, no one would be talking about Caitlin to the level they are. Paige was on track to be the face. Everyone knew that, right? Caitlin just happened to be healthy when Paige wasn't, and that's.
I feel the crowd. I feel the crowd. I feel the crowd because, I obviously, we've seen college sports or just sports in general, favoring people and things like that. We see the referees with Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it with Arch Manning this year when he just kind of was subpar. Then, he was going to live up to his 2 uncles and his grandpa. But I think she earned everything that she did. Even so, I think an opportunity where Paige could have been better. Obviously, Iowa did lose to LSU and Angel Reese, which obviously now, Angel Reese is not, although she's a good player,
we don't have to talk about Angel Reese. That's all.
I
can talk about Angel Reese.
You see what I mean, though? Stuff like that, I think, Caitlin Clark has earned, everything that she has, done.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Paige is better, though.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. She has earned the right of the GOAT debate. And you know what I mean?
No, she's not even close to the GOAT. Paige, if we're talking about rookie season comparison, right? We're going to talk about rookie season comparison. Almost every accolade, 8 of the accolades that Caitlin did, Paige broke them. We're talking about fastest player to reach 250 points, fastest player to reach 300 points. She didn't have Caitlin literally led the league in assists at one point in her rookie year, right? Obviously it's an adjustment, but just because we paint Caitlin as the face, that doesn't mean she's allowed to not, be held to the standard.
And I see your point. You don't want to be holier than thou and whatnot, but yeah.
So, I would just still say Paige is better than Caitlin.
Of course.
Gonna.
Hi, I'm Nick.
Nick, cool.
And I'd like to move off of the Paige Bueckers, and I'd like to go to another player. I think Sabrina Ionescu was better than Caitlin Clark in college. Sabrina Ionescu was the first player to reach 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 1,000 assists. She holds the records for most triple-double. And also just the impact she has had on the WNBA, multiple championships and stuff like that. I think her just statistics and stuff like that and the efficient player she was in college makes her a better player than Caitlin Clark.
I agree. But I might be, people would classify me as a Caitlin Clark hater. I don't hate her. I just think that as a collective, the basketball community has put her on this pedestal where they say that she's better than a lot of these players that have better numbers than her because she can shoot from really far away. Even though if we look at her shooting percentage from last season, she was 3 of 31 on the road from 3. So just putting that out there, she's just it is what it is. But yeah, I would say Sabrina was probably better than, well, I wouldn't say Sabrina was better than Caitlin in college just because, I mean, she surpassed the shooting record and had all these different things. But if we're talking, I'm just going on my take, I still think Paige is just better than Caitlin, and that's my take.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Alright. Okay, so my second take, this one might really be super controversial. I don't know though. No dynasty in sports will ever be better than Gino Auriemma and what he's built at UConn. Daniel?
Joey Chestnut.
What? Bro! That's your whole argument? Joey Chestnut?
The numbers speak for themselves.
I don't know. Anybody else wanting to debate this? Okay. I mean,
I feel that.
all right.
So, of course, and this is any, correct? Any, okay. It is hard not to talk about, as much as I hated it when it was a thing, what the New England Patriots did within the years that they were almost 20 years of dominance. Sure, there were scandals in it, but 20 years of dominance.
It's a pun.
Oh, okay. I thought I rage baited. I thought I rage baited the crowd. I was like, did I do something? No, sorry. No. Obviously, but what they did, over the 20-year span, and even what they did, even like how good it was even so, like, for example, the first Super Bowl that they had lost to Eli Manning, they were almost on pace to be the second undefeated team. Tom Brady at the time had been the most thrown touchdown passes with 50 at the time, 23 for Randy Moss, and the defense was just. It was the best in the league. They blew out every team. No one expected, obviously, what the Giants did, back in 2007, 2008, to happen. But still, it was the performance that they had and the longevity of it all. It was something that we'll never see because, of course, every dynasty does have a decade and whatnot. But the longevity of the New England Patriots and it's the same as Joey Chestnut. Let's be for real, because
you're talking about longevity. Gino Auriemma is in season 41. He's had 41 years of greatness. He's recruiting players pre-NIL to Stores, Connecticut. Tell me, could you recruit someone to Stores, Connecticut? You know what's out there? Cows. Right?
Well, guess what? Bill Belichick on the 4th or 5th round chose Tom Brady when no one thought he was going to be, anything.
He produced from Rebecca Lobo to Paige Beckers. Like, when you talk about the line of players he's produced, he's had the most consecutive Final Four appearances, the most consecutive Elite Eight, most consecutive, every single sort of most consecutive for the NCAA tournament. Gino Auriemma is the holder of that. He has the most wins in college basketball history. His win percentage is 88%, right? For 40 years and your winning percentage is 88% is kind of insane. Like, when we're talking about just straight dominance of a dynasty, like, his dynasty goes beyond players. His players are now coaching. Those coaches are some of the best coaches in college basketball.
So is Mike Grable right now with the New England Patriots, ironically, former, linebacker for the Patriots, and now, he's 11-2 right now. So, but I feel that though. But as I was saying, like, as you said, longevity, and of course, I think the equivalent's like Nick Saban and that whole 2015 team where half of them are now head coaches to different programs and whatnot. But for Bill Belichick, he'd been in, not only, I know we were talking about Patriots specifically, but he himself had obviously had a coaching career way before the Patriots. He coached the Jets.
But him now, he's not good.
He's retired now. Well, that's it. Well, yeah. Oh, not retired. Well, you know what I mean. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Been doing that then and now.
Retired in NFL, doing whatever he's doing with college and his college girl. He's with the Browns, and obviously he had to find his way. But obviously, do we not give credit towards that, or that you have to find your Tom Brady, and the Patriots were a lost cause.
Coach Auriemma has done that every year, basically, and then since 1990s probably.
2019.
No, sorry, to the 90s. Like, we talk about talent, Rebecca Lobo, right? Like, the first national championship Connecticut won, and from then. Brianna Stewart, that's out of order. But, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, everybody, right? I just don't think you could say there's going to be a single sports dynasty that will ever outlive the longevity of that.
it's a fair point, as you're saying. But again, Bill Belichick also brought.
Bill Belichick isn't good now. Yeah.
It was
It was a good debate, though. All right. All right. And then my last and final take is that WWE is not a real sport. Because it's just not. Why you got interest? All right. Sean Paul, give me your best shot. Can I start with my argument?
Fine.
The thing that makes sport to me is the unpredictability of it. WWE is scripted. It's you can't have. I just don't think you can classify. I don't think you can classify it as a legit sport if it's scripted. And I mean, it's literally called World Wrestling Entertainment. They're not calling it World Wrestling Sports. It's entertainment. It's for the fans. It's for the people to enjoy. It's not necessarily. I just wouldn't classify it as sports.
Oh, Elisha. You have much to learn.
Okay.
Look, yes, is it scripted? Yes, a lot of the outcomes are, very much, predetermined, because I mean, like, you ain't gonna like kill each other out in real, but like, you can't, but the athleticism, but behind it, and the athleticism behind it. No other sport combines high stakes, athleticism, storytelling than pro wrestling, and that's like all at the same time. Like you have dudes that are getting German suplex like on their necks. You have people taking full knife edge chops right on their chest, leaving indents. Shout out to Gunther, by the way. But like, look, wrestling just takes so much out of you. You wonder why do they do this? Because it's like, yes, it's entertainment, and like, people say, oh, it's obviously fake, but movies are scripted, and but we don't call actors fake. So why are we doing it for wrestling?
We do call actors fake. They're not real. Like, everyone knows the movie isn't real, just like how wrestling isn't a real sport.
It is a real. Okay. I had notes for this. Where am
Like,
I?
I love John Cena, but he's not, Yeah. Hey, you know what acting is? Fake. Not real.
That's why they go into acting, because they've been doing it.
Yeah, because they've been acting. They're not playing real sports.
Okay.
They're just having fun, throwing each other around and fake dying and all that.
Fake dying? Okay.
Athleticism was never denied.
Yeah, it's athleticism, but it's not sports. You're just kind of throwing people around.
Obviously, you never seen a match in Japan, because those guys go crazy. But anyways, look, no other sport requires an athlete to perform at high physical intensity, execute dangerous, perfectly timed choreograph, act emotionally in character, deliver promos like their monologues, improvise and remember match structure, and adapt to crowd reaction all at the same time. And look, also pro wrestling understands one thing that other sports pretend they don't. Winning isn't the point. The story is a point. Other sports accidentally create narratives. Wrestling creates the narratives.
Well, you say other sports don't adapt to crowd reaction. Athletes adapt to crowd reaction all the time. If I'm Steph Curry, I'm at a game, everyone's booing me, and I gotta turn it up, I'm adapting to the crowd reaction. If my fans are not being lit, and then they are, I adapt, and the vibes in the room get better, and I play better as an athlete, right?
Sure.
But that doesn't mean anything, because it's not a real sport anyway, so it's okay.
Question. Okay,
Yes.
question. Have you ever taken a full knife edge chop to your chest?
No.
Well, I can tell you, it hurt. Yes.
What situation are you in that you in? Okay, I'm not gonna. Ask.
Yeah, look, wrestling hurts. Like sure,
Mm-hmm.
you're not trying. Like sure, I understand where you're coming from, but like the intent, the action is real. People are getting hurt for real. There is nothing
Wrestling
fake
is
about
a real
it.
sport. WWE isn't a real sport.
What? So you're saying? So what? WWE, AEW, New Japan, All Japan, Pro Wrestling, Noah, PWG. That's not all real. Because these athletes, they are taking serious punishment. They are shaving literal years off their lifespans for our entertainment. There is nothing fake about what they do.
There. Like, I can't like disagree with that. You're not wrong. Okay, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel. It's still not a real sport though.
Yeah. Fine. I'll, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you. I want you to look up a match. Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov, NXT UK, October 29th, 2020.
Got
now
it.
you got now.
2020.
Yes.
They were doing it in COVID.
Yeah, a
Oh.
COVID match.
Sorry.
I want you to watch that.
Okay.
And I want you to give me your honest to God opinion about it.
Okay. All right. Good debate, Sean Paul. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching this episode of CoogsTalk, Hot Takes Edition. I'll see you next time. Go Coogs.
Go Coogs. Pro wrestling is the greatest, and you know